record. Do a record. I check my camera. I'm in the place. Yes, everything is good. Everything is wonderful. I take the cigarette out of my mouth because it is time for introduction zone and stuff.
Welcome to Digimon /Crash.
That's my line!
I'm trying to focus you.
I was reading my stage directions.
Stage left, pursued by bear.
Hey, you gotta focus, okay? So you can torment me faster, okay?
Alright. Okay, knuckles cracked, shoulders rolled. Let's do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I am your GM and host for today, the Bardic Knock. Holy crap, noises. I can't see who did the thing because it...
I did the thing. I hosted you.
That's it. I found a flaw in this overlay. I can't see the things. Okay.
Oh dear.
Let's try that one again.
Future Bardic, I'm sorry.
Future Bardic, do math.
It's fine. You know, we can keep all of that in. So anyway, I said who I am. I'm the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. I do content and such and things. I will give a recap of events. We obviously were not here last week because people were not feeling well, and health and looking after yourself is very, very important. So everybody's here, everyone's feeling better, and we are going to jump on in to the next session of Digital/Crash. After the wonderful, wonderful other voices here say words that identify who they are. ATB, go! That way.
ATB, I choose you!
Meep, meep.
Wrong show.
Who's that
hi.
tired by?
I don't even know how to respond to that cleverly, I'm sorry. Try to think of something, but my brain just went,
It's cue for you to introduction yourself, so it makes it look like this is all planned to make you look cool.
You're talking to the wrong person if you're telling me to be cool.
No, you already are cool. It's in you all along. Just introduce yourself.
Hi, I am a tired bye. It was very much a hot mess. What percentage is which? I'll let you decide. I am here, playing as Rukia, who might also be a mess. I don't know. Maybe she'll be tormented this session. I don't know. I don't control things. Bardic does. I also play as Digimon, who knows, may also get tormented. Kind of how my OCs go. I just give them torment, and then they go stronger, maybe. And then I feel and then I go to sleep knowing that if they ever came to life, they would not like me.
I mean, that's how anime works, though. You just torment a character until the power of friendship and bullshit, they get strong enough to win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
true.
much. I've been watching Bleach recently with my mom, and that's how that works. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely how Bleach works.
I mean, I've never actually read or watched Bleach. I got all the way through the Soul Society arc and then kind of just fell off. So,
Don't.
as far as...
During
No.
the Soul Society art, we've maybe rescued Rukia this time. Who knows?
Maybe.
The first couple times didn't work.
As far as my understanding of Bleach goes, is you get your arm chopped off, you talk to your sword, and then the power of anime and bullshit, and also because you are magically the special, you win.
You are magically dead.
I think Ichigo...
I've actually never seen Bleach.
I
No.
can't.
Don't. If you're
I
not
know the
already on there, don't.
I know the reason. I can't spoil it though.
On to
Yeah,
our
I'm-
next player.
Wait. Also, tomorrow I'm on Kay's channel for Curse of Strahd as Satari, and then over Sunday as back here as Lilith for Final Fantasy. I don't know about those characters. They're both messes. One's an edgy mess, the other's sort of there. Yeah.
I mean, that's basically everything. Like, you're covering all of the messes, and that is all you really need to do. So, with that, we move on to our next player, who am the K, who is undead.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm Kate, aka Undead K. You can find me on the internet doing internet things and stuff and junk. I have my own Twitch, which will be live tomorrow because we're playing Curse of Strahd. I have Twitter, which is K_undead because Twitter is back asswords. And for people who like have Facebook, I did recently make a Facebook page that's just Undead K because I can't shake off Facebook, so that's a thing. I've tried, but people just keep bringing me back. Terrible.
I have not been on Facebook in about 10 years.
I'm on Facebook. Yay.
I literally am mostly there because it is like high school friends and sort of kind of talking to family sometimes and various other things.
Okay.
But
No need to
yeah.
show off. You had friends in high school.
I know.
I had friends in high school because we had a D&D club.
That is freaking cool, and I wish, yeah.
My high school had
The many
3,000
moons,
students, so
Jesus Christ.
there
We have
were
a next player.
10 nerds.
I mean, I think that is a perfect transition for the next player, which is you.
Yeah.
Cat. Who you? Who Cat?
Hi, I Cat. Who Cat? I Cat. I am at Vindifly on most things on the interwebs. I do streams on my own channel at Vindifly Monday and Thursday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't actually know what that's going to translate to because time change happens at some point sometime soon, probably. I just listen to what the internet tells me the time is because it changes automatically on my computer, and that's all I need. Yeah, and I think that's everything. I'm not thinking entirely clearly today. But
Who
to be
needs to
fair,
think clearly? That's overrated.
cool.
And
I actively no longer say thinking straight because nothing I do is straight.
hell no.
Exactly.
That's a mood.
Big mood.
Imagine being straight.
My younger self thought she was straight.
Cricket.
My younger self was an idiot.
Imagine being straight. I had a nightmare once.
And
Heterosexuality was never an option.
it clearly wasn't. Finally, Michael, who are you?
Hello, I'm Michael Wayne. You can find me both on Twitter and Twitch on Michael Wayne. On Twitch, I'm either on someone else's channel, such as this, or am on my own doing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Mostly just about trying to play a game with people. Maybe one day I'll play a game with you. Remember, we're all in this together. I'm pulling for you.
Awesome. I love that little boost of positivity. It actually really does help. It's like, oh yeah, people want me to do well, and that's a nice feeling. All right, let's try and remember what we did. So last time on Digital/Crash, wonderful players had a tea party, and then made a picnic, and adopted a giant old
Drakemon
tree.
got a grandpa, or was
Wait.
it Impmon? I get them
Drakemon
confused.
has a grandpa.
We adopted
I get
a
them confused because they're both Trixie boys.
They
Well,
are-
Trixie Beans.
they are
Trixie beans
beautiful Trixie beans.
are agents of chaos.
And through that chaos adopted an old tree as a grandpa. And we sent that grandpa to hang out in our tree house, or tree home, whatever we called it. I can't remember. Words escape my brain. And we also got some information that there is some nasty, there's some deforestation.
Deforestation. Deforestation. We taught Grandpa Cherrymon that deforestation meant bad, and now he's using it instead of the word bad, and it's adorable.
It's great.
And
I feel very deforestation today.
I have a deforestation feeling about this.
Yes, and we have some machines we're gonna need to punch.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. You got some descriptions of my God, I remember the names we gave them. Their group title was the district managers.
The district.
Yeah,
Oh,
the district
it's slowly
managers.
coming back.
There we go. Yeah. So you learned of the district managers. You learned of a big scary machine that had the Megami Corp logo emblazoned upon it, and that is basically where we are going to rush ourselves into. As we do that, obviously you've got a vague location. You know it's north from where you are. Is there conversations or moments you would like to have in character whilst traveling up north to find said location? Like, do you want to have conversations? Do you want to maybe make plans? Anything like that.
I would like to note, like, as Billy is walking, Abertmon's shadow, which has been routinely near Billy, is actually over near Cat.
Aww.
Oh.
It was how.
Still holding Plotman.
Yes.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Plotman's name is just Kitty. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And,
I just
as
found
you're
what I
walking-
named them.
And as you're walking, there is both your shadow, the shadow of Kitty, and Abertmon walking together, while Billy is probably in stealth, following along from the shadows.
That is kind of adorable and wholesome, actually.
Yeah.
Kat, do you want to expand on this scene, or you just like walking and being shadowed?
She's kind of like chill. I mean, I'm also editing my sheet because it's come to my attention that the formula for a certain thing is not calculating as perfectly as I would like it to, and instead of putting in the instead of just putting the values in myself, because I'm both lazy and extra, I'm calculating them again.
That, you know what? That is probably the most perfect description I've ever heard for yourself. Lazy and extra. Like that.
Lazy and extra.
Okay, now that I'm done doing that,
Lextra?
As we move
I'm
along,
naming an OC that.
as we're moving along,
okay, is it just the shadow, or can I see Abertmon?
no, because how Abertmon like moves about, like they are essentially in the shadows. Like you see the shadow, because remember how like when
Okay.
Billy would have an apple and would eat it, would make it. Abertmon would be eating the shadow of that. So they are following along with you. It's just because they have the hidden in plain sight feature that is shown via that
The
everyone
shadow.
sees their shadow,
Yep.
but not them.
Abertmon
Cool.
is one with the darkness.
Yes.
He was born in
She's
it.
gonna kind of
Founded by
She's gonna
it.
kind of look at the shadow and like reach her hand out so her shadow is like patting the shadow's head. So
And-
like
Yeah, right about before you do that, you notice Abertmon just like moves a little skitterishly behind, kind of like almost like they've been just like scared, like
Oh,
My
oh
heart.
my God, that's
I'm sorry, I
adorable.
forgot to ask. May I give you head pats?
oh.
I didn't hear if that was an okay or a no.
Yes, it was an okay. It's just
Okay.
it's just Abertmon is very skittish for the most
Gently.
part.
Gentle head pats.
My heart. My heart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's happy. She likes to give everything head pats.
This is wonderful, wonderful stuff. Okay. If there is no further expansion on that scene, because I think that's a perfectly beautiful scene, you can add more to it if you want. If not, am I okay to throw it over and find out what Rukia and Slash or Miyahara are doing on walk?
I feel like Rukia is just sort of just looking around and just like basically it's like with how out of character when I just play games and just look around and explore. Rukia is just looking around, enjoying the scenery, and just trying to keep it to memory.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Drakemon is behind. Somehow he got like a little like pencil and paper. No, he probably took it from Rukia. She probably had like a spare because why not? And he's just sort of like jotting down notes out of his head. And anyone would look over would see that he's like making this like conspiracy board of sorts, trying to figure out what are we facing? I don't know any of these things. All I know is that they might have come from the moon.
I love them so much.
This is beautiful stuff. And then Miyahara, what are you and Impmon? What are you doing anything specific, or if not, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What is the vibe?
Miyahara like seems a little bit distracted as we're walking. Like she keeps kind of looking back to where we saw the construction and all of that
Mm-hmm.
going on. So she kind of keeps looking back like am suspicious. Something weird's going on here because it's really weird that like yes, logically maybe it's like supposed to be like a this game is still under construction, so this is a thing. But at the same time it's like but they're also like kind of destroying parts of their own game. So it's really weird. So a little suspicious, a little bit more paranoid than usual. Like it's weird for her to be like on edge a little.
Okay. So very much trying to figure out and piece together, like, something is not right here, and I'm trying to figure something out, but I don't quite have all the information.
Uh-huh.
Now, is that making you feel like frustrated, or like, just to delve into it a little bit more, like, what is the mindset that's currently existing? Just confusion, or
Yeah, more confusion, a little bit like yeah, more confusion, maybe a little bit just on edge, to where like if pushed, maybe a little bit of a different response than usual, but more just confusion than anything else.
okay,
May I add to that a little bit?
please.
I imagine kind of like there's a moment as like Billy is going through the shadows where he just stops and gives Kay like a thumbs up for like, yes, this is how we should be doing things. Before
Kay's
going
not
back
here,
into the
only
shadows.
Miyahara. But yes.
Sorry, Miyahara.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You are totally fine.
So this progression kind of goes on for an amount of time, 20 minutes, half an hour, so and so, and you very much start to notice. You don't need to roll for it; it's quite obvious. The further north you get, there is active damage being done to the forest. You can see trees that are being cut down. You can see large tracks being made, and you can see that something is going on here. And you can definitely make out, because the forest is quite dark because it's quite dense and overgrown and thick, but you are definitely starting to see more light breaking through, and off in the distance you can definitely see like where the edge of the forest would be, and that is looking very thin. It's looking very worn down. There's lots of tree stumps, and there are lots of these really quite big human characters. You would recognize these as like machine tracks, like big tire, like well, a bit like big like tire treads type things. So clearly there is something big that is just ripping out trees. You can also see, a variety of other footprints and such and things, but the biggest, most obvious things are these big pecking tracks, these big tire treads.
If
Yeah.
you don't mind, I would like to anything that's like a really big stick or something. Like ever so often, Billy grabs one and adds it to their I'm guessing infinite backpack at this point. Of just like whenever we need sticks that are sharp and pointy, someone in the team has one.
Stick.
Okay. All right, roll a survival for me. See if you manage to find a good selection of pointy sticks.
Okay, so that would be 3d6, I believe, because my survival is 6, correct?
Let me look at your sheet.
I just can't remember if it's 3d6 or if it's 3d6 plus 6.
It will be plus your survival, so it'll be 3d6
Yeah.
plus 6.
Okay. So it'd be 3d6 plus 6. Okay.
Yes.
So 15.
Alright, 15. What does 15 translate to?
I think that is good but not great.
15 falls right between everyday and slightly difficult. So yeah, between good and it's between like all right and pretty decent. So just roll me a d6.
Okay.
You find 6 useful sticks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, so you've just got like the depending on how thick you want these to be, some will be like these are useful sticks that fit Billy's current criteria for what he is looking for.
Okay, so spears.
Yeah.
Spear size, not arrow size.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. As you are getting closer and closer to the edge of a forest, does anybody want to stop and go, all right, what's the plan? Or are you just going, like, nah, screw it, let's just go and find out what's going on?
I think beforehand, like while we're still in shadows and we kind of just whisper to each other, it's like, Billy goes, hey, are we just going to go in and punch them? Or do you guys actually have a plan in mind?
Draco pops up like, I got a plan!
Inside voice.
I got a plan!
Good job.
And maybe we should try to find out what exactly is going on first. Try to persuade them to tell us what's up.
Okay, so we have. So the plan is that Cat, you're going to be going in to investigate and persuade, while the rest of us get a good positioning to surround you from the shadows. So if it goes well, we can help and aid you. But if it goes bad, we can get you out and you be well protected. That sound like a plan?
I'm intrigued that you
Rukia
started
just
talking
pipes up like, why?
to me out of nowhere. But okay.
I'm not terrible with words either.
Yeah,
maybe both of us go in?
Yeah, I feel like maybe a few of us go in, and then others go into the background to just basically be
I love how there's just a skull on the map.
It's fine. It's just
That's just my generic
it's the
enemy
rules
token.
of
Ignore it. That's just
Don't
generic
worry,
enemy token I use for things.
Skull is good luck. That means we vanquish them real easily. Don't worry about
that
it.
isn't what skull means.
I
The
But
like
yeah,
fuck
out
is
of character,
things for
persuasion's like
girls?
actually something I am good at.
Okay.
persuasion is something I am good at, and also avoiding combat is something I am very good at.
Yes.
Okay. So we got Team Persuade and Team Shadow.
Dracemon is just like, how is the shadows going to help us against aliens?
Because the aliens won't suspect anything coming from the shadows.
They
Okay?
will. They have mind control powers.
See,
Itmon
this is
just
why
kind of-
you gotta do it out of surprise. You gotta use the element of surprise. Because if you go on them straight ahead, then they'll be able to use her superior technology against you. You gotta use their superior technology to be a disadvantage, not an advantage.
Itmon's just gonna look at the entire group and just be like, "You are all a little weird."
Yeah.
So wait, what can we see? Right? Oh wow, the matching.
Yeah.
Dracemon steps back, his hands outstretched. So everyone can see the eyeballs on his palms, like, how dare! That's mean! I'm not
So-
weird.
Hey,
Yes,
hey,
you are.
hey, weird is a good
Hey,
thing.
it's not weird.
Hey, weird means that you're not going along with the aliens. The aliens are normal. See, that's
The
weird
The
is
aliens
good.
are not normal. Weird basically means you're limited edition.
You don't gotta insult me like that now.
Dracemon is just having an existential crisis, and Rukia just stares down like, I think you broke him.
Okay. So, I don't want to interrupt
So
this.
we have big metal things.
Okay. So, I've changed the map. Obviously, I can't control where you scroll around and look on map, but I can control what the stream sees, so thankfully I can do that. Basically, this is slightly in preparation, but this is the edge of a forest. You can be a little bit further in if you want. This is just where I'm putting you on the map for now. If you know what, you do not need to roll for it. It's quite obvious. The closer you get to the edge of a forest, you can hear what can only be described as loud metal clang machinery. That's basically it. Just loud machines and, generic construction worker sounds. So, shouting and things like that.
So there are these three big metal things, two of which appear to be cyborg animal things, and one is very clearly just like a transformer that is also construction equipment.
Okay, so
This was one of the Digimon Billy had said last time.
yeah,
This
so
was one of them.
if
And
you are
all said that Billy was wrong.
if you are actively approaching the edge and staying out of sight, you know what? You don't need to roll stealth. I mean, you can if you want to. If you want to, like, definitely be stealthy. But if not, there's plenty of stuff to hide behind and keep hidden. So I can just describe what you see if you look outwards.
Yes, please.
All right, looking forward, you see a large stone building. It resembles something of a fort. The only thing you can properly make out is some very large stone walls, easily 20, 30 feet high. Big walls. It is heavily defended, and two large sealed wooden doors. There is a bunch of destroyed trees, and deforestation has happened here. Immediately in front of you, you can see a rather makeshift path, and on that path, you can see what can really only be described as a big truck. Except this big truck, this big heavy-duty machinery truck, has like a little head popping out the top of it, and it seems to be communicating. You'll have to roll. It's not perception in this, is it? It's something else to hear and stuff. What is it? I've been playing too many different games. My brain isn't good. Is it perception? It is perception in this.
Perception.
Or survival. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's either you're trying to understand your environments or actually see it.
Yeah. So it's because in a different game, perception isn't perception. It's awareness. I'm mixing up different things. All right. So if you want
Perception
to.
is a lie.
Yeah. So if you want to hear exactly what is being said and so on and so forth, you can roll that. We can find out a little bit more. The other two things you see what you can kind of make out as a large bipedal ape, who seems to have like white fur. He looks quite aggressive. He's over one shoulder. He seems to just have like a bunch of logs that have been cut up, and he is carrying. And then his other hand, he isn't carrying anything, because his other hand's a gun.
Hello,
Could
parrot.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the path, similar thing in concept, large bipedal ape-type creature, except this boy Chonky has like a stone mask around his face with like what appears to be like a single red eye in it. There seems to be stone covering up his arms. He looks heavily armored and defensive, and he seems to have he's got like rope and chain around his chest, and behind him is dragging like 5 or 6 fully like just full trees cut down, and he's just dragging them with no ease and seems to be moving towards the fortress. Okay.
I love how you've written Chunky on the map.
I feel like I.
Chunky, chunky with some big, thick logs.
Okay, so we're doing a skill check for perception, right?
Yes.
All right.
Can I do survival to understand, to perceive?
Yes, you may, and I will go through and say what everybody has uncovered.
Where's my perception?
And that is
also 8.
3d6 plus our stat, correct?
Well, you did a survival earlier, and that was +6, so 3d6 +6 for you. So, and then Kat, what have you gotten? A 16.
16.
Nice.
Alrighty, so let's start. We'll do a perception, so we'll do a survival. So for Rukia, a 15 perception. You are perceiving exactly what I described. 2 large bipedal ape simian type creatures and giant large big machine. There seems to be some communication and shouting. There is one thing which is a little bit strange. Whilst there are 3 things you can see, you're fairly certain you can hear a 4th voice, and it very much seems to be like this 4th voice. So you can't really determine where it is coming from. But that one seems to be giving orders and commands. I will go specifically into what those are after I've gone through everybody else's stuff. Vin, Kat, with your 16, you see same stuff, except you can. Wait, let me just check whether the cap is. I think you might just be on the cusp. Okay, yeah, 16. Yeah, you get it. So with a 16, you can see sat on top, or not on top, like inside, like of a small cab of the big deforestation machine. There seems to be like a small cab on the top of it, where there is a human, a fully grown adult human sat inside the cab, and that is where the 4th voice is coming from. K, with your 19, and 19 is very good. 19 comes up right between difficult and incredibly difficult. You can make out that this human. Let's give them a description. They've got a high-vis jacket on. They are wearing a you know what? Screw it. Wearing like a stereotypical cowboy hat, and on their underneath their high-vis jacket, they've got like a flannel shirt, red and black flannel shirt with the Megami logo printed on the arm. They look very like a combination between stereotypical construction worker, cowboy, and lumberjack.
Nice.
They're like all those stereotypes just smashed together in one thing. And
Does he have the catchphrase "In America"?
I
no,
hope not.
We're not in America. We're in Megami.
See, but I was thinking of
Monica.
Megami Land.
I mean, I haven't thought of a catchphrase to this person. I will come up with one soon, and it will be so terrible. And then, so that's what everybody sees. I will go into exactly what is being heard momentarily after I do the survival for Billy. Billy, your survival. You look at this. They're just ripping down these trees. It's not being done with finesse, as you can tell. You know, they aren't using proper tools. They're literally just walking up the trees, grabbing them, pulling them down. And they are clearly they don't care about preservation. They're just ripping them down and dragging them, and they seem to be using them for construction of the fort. You can't see inside of the fort because of the giant stone walls, but it very much seems like stuff is going on in there. Now, the stuff that you hear for the 15 for ATB, like I said, you can kind of hear these 4 different voices. Anything specific, it's very much like you can hear one voice, and that is this very much. Alright, hang on. What would a stereotypical lumberjack cowboy construction worker be shouting command-wise at people?
Southern accent.
Well, yeah, of course you're going to have
Don't
southern
be
accent.
looking with your legs. You can't just be focusing on the knees there. You gotta use the whole body, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be just neglecting your core.
Okay,
and
no.
you need that core to be lifted.
Yeah. So, Billy, that would be what a smart person would say. What this guy is going to say is he's going to be shouting out, "Now here! Listen here, you dumb apes! What you need to be doing is you're lifting it too much with your legs. You need to just grab it with your back and give it like a sharp, jerking, twisting motion as you yank it. Come on! We got a lot of work to do. We got to rip down half this damn forest."
Does he sing the lumberjack song or something legally distinct enough?
No,
To
that
the
would
lumber-
require
Yes.
too much
Yes.
brain, and that's
I
more of a
can't hear him
Canadian.
because I don't want to sing in that voice, but he definitely is
It's-
going to sing that.
That's more of a Canadian. The Southern would not. Like you go like if this was a more Canadian lumberjacker, yes, but he said this
He's
is
a
more of a
cowboy.
Southern. Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
an
It'd be more-
American lumberjack.
As a Canadian, we do not accept this lumberjack.
No. No. So
I love
that's
that. As a Canadian, we do not accept this lumberjack.
So that's what you hear. This guy
Alright.
just giving terrible advice and clearly being not particularly pleasant to the Digimon, but they seem to be listening to him. So that's what words Rukia can hear. Miyahara, you can then hear and make out that the Digimon he is in, that seems to it's very soft spoken in comparison. It has like a very shrill robotic sound to its voice. Unfortunately, a lot of it comes out a little bit garbled. So you hear all this hooting and hollering and shouting, and then you hear this sorry as it's like very clumsily turning around. As it turns out, it just knocks over an entire tree. It goes, whoops, whoopsie doodle.
I love this Digimon.
Love them.
And then finally, oh no, wait, no, that's Vin who hears that. Sorry, Kat, you hear that because Kay got a 19. With the 19, Miyahara, you can also then hear the 2 simian ape type creature things. Chunky Boy does not seem to make words. He just goes, but you can tell that he is very disgruntled and not particularly happy about this situation, but seems to be going along with it, either through some kind of duress or, I don't know, maybe he needs to get that minimum wage so he can go home and provide for his chunky gorilla family. Who knows? He ain't happy about it, but he shows no active desire to fight against the situation they are in. And then Gun Hand Boy, is a little bit more aggressive. And what kind of voice do we give a gorilla with a gun for a hand?
Barrett.
Ooh, like
I
big
am
and
thinking-
He's
wide.
Final
Well,
Fantasy VII's
I-
Barrett.
Okay.
Yeah, like very, like yeah, very wide with the enunciation, like oh, 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 let's do it.
All right.
Like it's very aggressive too, but it's less because they
Macho
can.
Man.
It's just that they have. Yeah, Macho Man would probably be a
Ooh,
good.
I can do
shorthand.
I can do a really bad Randy Savage Macho Man. Like,
Go
ooh
for it.
yeah, ooh, I'm not enjoying doing all this work, but ooh yeah, you gotta do it. Gotta just keep doing it. Gotta snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, and put in the effort. Yeah, I put work in a hard, long day.
Yeah, it's a hard day's work. Ooh yeah, but you gotta do it. Gotta do the work. I don't like doing the work, but I do the work. Ooh yeah. So that's what he's saying. For some reason, I don't know. What?
I love
All right.
Cyborg Ape Randy Savage. Or sorry, Sandy Ravage. Legally distinct.
So
Yes, because
this is the information
He
you have.
ravages.
back to the game.
He ravages the forest and leaves behind sand. I don't know.
I-
All right. So Kay is the one that's up by me, right? Because I remember Rukia having the dark purple hair. That was Rukia.
Yes.
This one's Kay.
Miyahara
Yeah,
is close to you.
Miyahara is.
Or Miyahara,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's fine.
So she's oh crap, what was Mia? So you've been calling have we been calling each other by our actual names or by our usernames this whole time? Because
think
I
we've
know
been
that we
going by-
inputted our usernames.
I think we were calling ourselves by our real names.
It kind of
Yeah.
flips and flops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sort of like when you learn.
Oh
like,
right, I've been
you
calling
know somebody
Miyahara
online
Mina
for so long
instead.
that you call them like by their online persona and their real name until you sort of get used to it.
Oh, I know that. I know someone whose character names for like literally everything is Lazensa Hoshi, and I call him Hoshi even though his name is Michael.
I mean, I know.
I know
Bardic
too many
is something
Michaels,
I
to
call
be
them
fair.
Bardic.
Fair.
Okay, so, Cat or Kitty Digicause. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, people might have started off calling her Kitty, and she was like, "You can just call me Cat." Anyways, she goes up to Miyahara and goes, Mina, so legally distinct Ravage 7. No, Sandy Ravage. It's Sandy
Sorry,
Ravage.
Okay, let me find Darius.
So we just had to zoom in so the stream could see that.
Yeah,
don't-
so she's gonna move over and be like, okay, Mina, from what I can tell, there's a guy in the construction truck thing who's yelling orders to everybody else. So he seems like he's the guy in charge. So I think maybe we should talk to him first.
I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, 'cause those guys in the back, and she kind of like points out the ape Digimon. They don't seem to be really happy about working for him, but they're doing a thing.
Oh,
And yeah,
that's good. It's good
But
that they don't like deforestation. Or maybe they just don't like being ordered around. And you know what? It doesn't really matter because it serves our purpose anyway. Okay. All right.
but
let's
yeah, definitely think we should talk to that guy in the.
deep breath. Okay. What's the word for a person in charge of a construction site? Foreman?
I think Foreman?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right.
My partner's in construction, so.
She's just gonna walk up and be like, Mr. Foreman, dude?
Okay, so there's a lot of loud noise. Are you being as soft spoken as you are now? Or are you like trying to shout at him, or what?
Well, she's gonna start by like saying it like in normal speaking voice, and if he doesn't hear, she's gonna like cup her hands around the mouth and yell, "Mr. Foreman, dude!"
Okay.
Mia's gonna try to whistle really loudly to get his attention.
Does whistling count as a performance role?
Oh, it's noise coming from the same direction.
Uh,
By the way, I put Kitty behind
I mean,
me,
could be.
but they're in my arms right now.
Hmm.
They just are default in my arms whenever they're not doing something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it on like beside me.
I mean, you don't have to roll performance if you don't want to. Just like you could do.
I'm down.
Yeah. So roll
hi,
What
performance.
are we rolling?
Roll a
Performance?
performance to see if you can
Oh.
make enough noise.
3d6 plus 6.
3d6 plus 7 for a 21.
loudest
Jesus Christ.
whistle ever.
Okay, so
Hey, like I said, my charisma is the thing that this character has.
okay, so just for clarification here, a 21 falls right between incredibly difficult and almost impossible. So I definitely consider being able to whistle loud enough to get over the sound of construction equipment to fall into that category, and you heckin' did it.
Could it be close enough to break glass too?
No.
Impossible.
That's about
Maybe.
pitch.
Yeah,
Not
maybe
about-
crack. Maybe crack at most, but not break.
That's about pitch, not about volume.
And Kat, what did you roll?
15.
15. That's right between like everyday and slightly difficult, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I will remember these things eventually. Okay, so Kat, you're shouting like Mr.
Shouting
Foreman,
at the top of my
Mr.
lungs.
And there's just no response.
Mr. Foreman, dude.
Mr. Foreman, dude. It's very
Yes.
specific. And there's this moment where like you kind of see him like it's hard to make him out, but you see him like kind of like put a finger in his ear and go, what? And then the whistle goes, and you see what he does is the whistle is so loud that everything else in the current area just stops. Just stops in dead silent, and he's there frozen, and he goes, "Well, you didn't need to make so much noise, little lady."
And Kit's gonna wave and be like, "I'm sorry, but I was shouting and you didn't hear me, and that's probably why." Hi.
I was just trying to get your attention. Hi! And just smile and wave.
Still sat in like the little cabbie on top of this thing, he kind of looks down at you and goes, kinky mom, they're just simmer tight. You twos, you just take 10 or 5 or keep working. And he opens the door to this, and he just like takes a step out, and this Kankymon is a good like 15 foot high. Just takes a step out the side and just lands on the ground and kind of stands up, and you can make this dude out now.
But does he do a superhero landing?
No, he lands straight. Like doesn't bend his knees on impact. Just
What the fuck?
Is his bones made of concrete?
and you can see this guy, fully ass-grown, human, adult male, thick beard, but only on the bottom, like trimmed at the side, and then large lumberjack mustache. So there is a clear divide between beard and mustache. They do not form into one thing. They are separate things. It's like he is trying to be too many things at once. And he grips hold of his high-vis jacket.
Now that I'm looking at your face, your mustache and your beard are very distinct.
Yeah, I trimmed around the side because my mustache was starting to like fall into my mouth, so I had to separate it because I also can't be bothered to shave properly yet.
The lumberjack man says what?
Well, he grips hold of his high-vis jacket, kind of like how a stereotypical southern lawyer in television would grip hold of his suspenders.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Because
Nice.
I like that aesthetic. He goes,
I get that image perfectly.
He goes, well, I don't think that y'all supposed to be here. I believe there's been some kind of error. Uh, hmm. What?
Well, you're currently messing around in the player area, it seems, because we were dropped like only a little ways away from here.
Hmm. Well, that is certainly not what's supposed to happen. This area is supposed to be still under construction, as you can see. He points to his giant digger friend, and then he points over to a very small sign. And just, you know what? It's amazing that you noticed it. There's just a small road sign that just says, under construction.
So what's
this
your
design- Wait,
building?
I mean, yeah, that actually is a good question.
Uh,
I'll try and figure out my words while you do that.
You know, I'm not entirely certain if I'm allowed to divulge that currently in this predicament. In fact, I should probably get on the what do you call them little things with the numbers that you use to talk to people? I
A
forget.
telephone?
Horn.
Yeah.
A telephone? Oh, wait. But what if we asked really nicely? And now we promise we won't tell anyone. I'm trying to persuade.
Yeah. Please roll persuasion.
Okay.
And just so that it's known that Billy does have a spear ready just in case.
Oh my goodness, Billy.
Dang it,
I'm
Billy.
prepared.
I have
You're
a disgusting
paranoid.
modifier on persuasion.
Okay, so a 17. Let's. Where's another d6? Come on, dice. There we go. Hold out like 12 dice, and only 3 of them were 6s. What? Too many dice.
There's never enough dice.
Too
Okay.
many dice. Too many dice.
So, Joe trying to persuade and go, what if we ask really nicely? He pauses, looks at you for a moment and goes, well, nice isn't what pays my salary, little lady, so I might have to, I'll get in touch with corporate and see what the procedures are here, but I highly recommend that y'all just turn your little selves around and pretend you didn't see nothing, because don't want to be giving away any of just make sure don't even have any recording devices or anything like that, because
No, we're part of the beta test. They checked us for that when we got in.
okay, that's
And we signed forms.
We signed lots of forms, most of them NDAs and also waivers in case we like die or something.
okay.
Mia's gonna just kind of lean over and whisper, You actually read them?
Yeah. I'm a real fast reader. I read them and then I signed them.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty impressive. Okay.
Just
Frame. Billy has the spear just aimed at the guy.
just 1 second. Hey, King Mom, show me down the thingy. And King Mom goes, you mean the radio, sir?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Radio.
thing. And you see Kankimon's giant digger like reach up, and it has no dexterity, and it kind of like just rubs near its face of a little cabbie with his giant digger arm. And eventually it pulls out like a tiny little radio, and it just flops down the side.
Cat takes another like step forward and goes, just real quick, there are what are you guys? Can you tell us what you're planning like to do for the Digimon that live here? Because some of them are badly hurt and frightened, and that's not fun times.
Well, I do not know. I'm not in charge of Digimon management. I'm in charge of construction. So
That's fair.
if
That's
you will give me 5 minutes to get on the phone with the bosses and the people and the such, I can find
Sure.
out what is going on. Takes a
Yeah,
radio.
could you ask them about the Digimon thing too? Because yeah, that's a problem.
Yep. Hang on, I remember my corporate training.
It's been negatively affecting our gameplay experience because we've had to deal with like way too many problems, and we've had to be doing like diplomatic things because otherwise they would be attacking each other, and that's just not great for like gameplay experience. Like if like we're constantly being attacked, but like and by things that but they're like going at us and they're going at the other Digimon, like the Digimon that were like helping us and like we were having a good time and everything. And they were like upset about the fact that they had nowhere to live. Like there's not enough space for all of the Digimon. So like if there's like something they can do, like a patch or something maybe to either add more space or to um I hate to say it because they seem so alive, but to like um cut down on the number of Digimon in an area, just like not in like a violent way, but just like writing them out of the code so they stop existing, sort of thing. That would probably be a good idea because like currently there's too many Digimon, not enough space, and because they're so lifelike, they're very upset, and that makes us upset because they're cute.
Itmon promptly puts hands on hips and is just, hey, we are alive!
Meanwhile, from his hiding spot,
That's
Drake
fair.
just looks on terrified.
Okay, so, Kat, as a DM, I love that entire speech you gave. Please do not take what the response is going to be as me ignoring what you just said.
Cool.
Like, about 3 sentences in, dude blank stares, finger in ear, not paying attention, going, uh-huh,
Uh-huh.
uh-huh. And when you finish, he goes, 1 second,
If you like, I can repeat the entire speech
No.
to
no, hang on, I got this.
not to you, not to you,
He-
to someone else. So like you don't have to try and translate it.
He starts patting his trousers, and then he gets to his back pocket and he pulls out, quite a large pamphlet. It's kind of like a stack of A4 papers that have been folded and crumpled into this dude's back pocket. He pulls it out, unfolds it, and it's stapled, and he kind of goes, alright, okay, here we go. As part of Megami Corp's corporate, I don't know what that word means. All the Digimon in Digimon World or Digimon Brawlers online MMO experience. No Digimon were harmed. Something. So it's fine. Don't. Basically, it says don't fret, and it'll be fine. Any discomfort that you see Digimon undergoing is purely part of the. Oh gosh, that's a whole bunch of letters, and I don't rightly know what they're supposed to say. The immersive experience. They are under no actual duress. Whatever
Out
that.
of frame, Billy is still have the spear.
Yep,
aimed
got it.
At the lumberjack.
Drikemon just looks up at Rukia and sort of makes like a face of, well, that seems oddly specific.
Well, so that.
I would. Okay, so what I'm saying is them appearing to be under duress is bad for the experience.
All right. I will. You know what? I will. Let me just make this radio call, and I'll make sure to mention it just for you. All right. Okay. Well,
Okay.
you know what? Whilst I am doing this, can I interest you all in some free Megami merchandising?
What is it?
I got some caps and a couple pins, and I think I got a coffee mug.
I would love a coffee mug, actually.
Right.
I collect coffee mugs.
All right. It's currently got half a cup of Joe in it because I was using it, but
You can finish it if you want. You can finish it.
all
He's
right.
just gonna give the cop. Okay.
So that he gets the radio out and he presses and he goes, corporate, game master, whoever's listening, this is I don't have a name for this character. What's this character's name?
Larry.
Joe.
This is Lara Joe.
Larry Joe Witherman Jensen.
This is Lara Joe Swillerman Shinson. We we're currently down in sector 274, and
274 noted.
we appear to have some players here.
Hey Josh. Hey Ted.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. They also seem to have. I believe it was some complaint about the duress of Digimon in the area, caused as a direct reaction to our construction. Uh huh. Really? I'm allowed to do that? Sure.
Oh no.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I mean, all right. Oh nope. Not. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. You got it. And with that, he kind of like pulls the radio down a little bit to make the little rubber band, like the rubber wire, like stretch on it. And let's go, and it twangs back up into the cab. He goes,
Boing.
yeah, boing. All right. So I got some good news, and I got some bad news for all y'all. Good
Okay.
news is, due to this error that has occurred, you are gonna we are gonna not only give you a whole bunch of really cool, interesting, special limited edition merchandising and such and things. So we're gonna get all of that sorted for you real soon, real quick, and we'll get you some VIP tickets. We'll get you into all panels and all the such and things that you want to for the rest of the Nagame Con. Bad news is, since this is technically an error, there is no exit point. So I've got a what is the word they use exactly? Terminate you.
Billy
What?
throws the spear.
Billy!
Okay,
He
Billy.
just said he's gonna terminate you.
Billy, make an attack roll.
No,
Oh my god.
not lumberjack Android 13.
Okay, that's 3d6 plus
Um,
8.
How
Right?
are you gonna do that when? Okay, no, never mind. Mina is not in the direct line. I mean, I think Lumberjack dude's like here. So like Mina's not in the direct line. You're just gonna basically throw it by her head.
okay, so I don't have an actual token for Lumberjack Man because that's poor planning on my part. Just put Lumberjack Man there. And Billy, let me just check what yours is. So what is it you
Fight?
need? Yeah, fight. What is it?
I believe 8.
Okay, so that means you roll 8 to d6.
Okay.
Can Cat try to knock the thing out of the air?
Yes.
I don't.
I mean, okay, you can't knock it out the air. I mean, you know what? I think we can.
I don't want to catch it. I just because I feel like that would take more effort. I
Yeah.
just want to like bat it so it doesn't hit the guy.
I mean,
Well,
Because the guy has been very nice to me, and I
he
like
said
the
he's
guy.
going to terminate you. That means kill you.
It doesn't necessarily mean that.
He doesn't seem like he's wants to do this of his own volition either.
so
We have not
So-
confirmed that the target is hostile.
The only I will like depending on how the roll goes, most likely I will say that it doesn't harm him, but it depends on the roll.
okay.
Oh no.
So there is a mechanic called interceding.
Okay.
Where?
Oh, I see that. Hold on. I've seen that in the thing. Where is it?
Yeah. So
Take a hit for someone else.
yeah. So
Here,
there's
he's definitely within my movement range.
yeah. So you could get in the way and take the spear hit for him. I mean, I think is a like you can push him out of the way type of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it depends on what Billy rolls and if it would hit you and this, that, and the other.
Do I still do the 8d6, or do you want to have something else rolled?
Like, you are throwing this with intent to hit the dude, right? Or are you throwing it to...
Yes.
Alright.
Hit it right. The goal here is to hit it so that roughly in the shirt, so it's pulled down to the ground, so it's unable to actually do anything other than shout. That is
Okay.
my...
Okay.
So it's not to harm, but let's see what the dice say.
Yeah,
she's gonna do the Jesus pose.
Okay, you're gonna try to T-pose for dominance.
Okay,
Okay.
so...
No, T-posing, the hands are flat facing the ground. Jesus pose, they're up because they've been nailed to a tree.
Okay, so...
Or not palms facing out, like the same
That's how I
direction as
remember-
the eyes.
So,
Yes, I
good
remember
news,
that,
I
yes.
did roll a lot of 1s, but I rolled a lot of 6, and it is 26.
Yeah, okay, so we only actually need to look at the 5s
It's
and
not the
6s.
total.
So,
It's not total, it's 3 successes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
successes versus.
maybe the target, do we...
I don't roll dodge though. I'm taking this full force.
Yep, unfortunately.
Yep.
So, 3 successes, so... I'm not super happy, but, this is, like... So, Kat, I'm gonna ask you if you are okay with actively taking damage from this.
Can we, like, because again...
Oh,
the
hold
goal
on. He's
was-
making a targeted shot, right?
Like, to be aware, the goal was to hit the construction man in the shirt and bring them to the ground so that they were disabled and on the ground.
Okay, so I
So
would call
if
that
it
a
does
called shot.
I would as well. Now,
Okay, so accuracy penalty equal to the target's RAM value.
That's
Dark-
Digimon.
I mean,
Oh.
humans can make them as well. It's just
Sure.
not as likely. I mean, because humans don't have RAM value. I don't know what the conversion is. Oosh, one moment. Oh, lots of
There's a
reading.
lot of things that call for the RAM. It has the roll the Digimon instead. For a
Yeah.
lot of.
Okay, so RAM. Yeah, is.
What is RAM?
Agility divided by 10 plus stage bonus.
Agility divided by 10.
Yeah.
So where's my character thing? My character has
So
agility.
that would make it 1
Yeah.
Yeah.
for me, and
Would
because
probably
it is
be 1.
0.9. So how is yours? Because mine
So
is
basically,
0.9.
you have 2 successful accuracy dice, basically.
Okay.
So I take 3 damage, or is it 2?
One extra second. I just need to check one more thing. There's lots of numbers going through my brain. I'm going, ah! So when a human punches something. Okay, so damage is. Okay, wow, yeah, yikes. Michael's damage is big. And what is Cat's armor? God, I hope your armor's good, Cat.
Again, this
I don't
was-
have armor. I'm not a
To be-
Digimon. Am
to
I
be
using my
clear-
Digimon stats instead of like as my own in this case?
Katarina, you have an armor of 4.
Where do I get that from?
That is natural, I think. Armor is a collection of F21. So that is your body stat.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so armor is basically just your body stat. So it's like,
Oh, body and endurance probably.
yeah.
Oh, look.
Okay, so
I
So
have
mine is
things.
16.
doodle-doo-doo. Your
What is
Should I have been
16?
rolling 16?
It's
D6
actually
instead?
it.
Are you looking on your sheet, like Billy's
Yeah,
sheet? Or
'cause
are
I
you
have
looking on?
8. I have 8 in fight and 8 in body. Like
Um,
endurance.
Yeah. No. You don't.
Well,
that.
It does calculate your armor.
Yeah.
In the top left of your character sheet, you should see armor totals.
Damage is 8.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
damage is 8.
So, I'm probably gonna change this because that's a little bit brutal. Because
No, it's fine.
if we do this by the book, What will just happen here is because of the 2 successes, that adds a +2 to the damage. Billy's damage is
I'm gonna
10.
pass out.
Yeah, so that would be 10 damage. And
Yeah.
even with your armor of 4, you only have 4 wound boxes. That would knock Cat out. That would take Cat down. Which
Again, this is why
I
like
don't-
the called shot is it just pulls them down. So instead of it doing damage,
Well-
it should just
You're
if I
aiming
remember.
differently on the lumberjack than you are on Katarina.
yeah, like
Yeah,
that's the thing. Since Katarina
is
went and stood in front,
intervening,
If you
not-
want, we can say that it hits her in the hand instead of hitting her in the body,
Oh, that would hurt, though.
and we can just like take one box off and like have her lose function of one of her hands.
yeah. So,
Oh.
I mean, I will 100% put this in your control, Cat, because this is your character who is taking the damage. You can either, whatever you feel is more appropriate here, you can either stand there and take the full brunt and be like, nope, I'm okay with this, I interceded, I went in there, I took this hit. Or,
Pass down.
because you have chosen to do this, narratively, is that a word? Narratively? That's the word. You can control how this hits you, how much damage you take. I want you to have full control over this scene.
Okay. So yeah, she's gonna step in front and it's gonna hit her in the hand and she's gonna go. Okay. We're gonna calm down and try and figure out what exactly he meant and not just randomly throw spears at people who have not proven to be hostile yet. Okay? Holy fuck, I'm actually tearing up. Good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ow. Ow. My heart. So once again, I want to leave this fully in your control. Like, 'cause this is like a sharp, pointy stick. Like, I don't know if you want this to have like, I don't know how dark and how
I'm
grim.
not looking at it. I'm not looking at it. I'm
Yeah.
not looking at it. I'm not gonna touch it. It's fine. It's not real. It's
So
fine.
you have
Also-
full control over how much damage that actually has done, and you can.
I took one of my wound boxes
Yeah.
off. I put -1 in my wound box
Yeah.
modifier.
And then physical, like what this looks like, all of that.
It's just it's you don't want to look at it too closely. It is slightly like, because it's digital, it's probably not like actively gushing blood,
Mhm.
but it's a spike that went right through her hand.
Yeah. Ooh.
Went
Yeah.
right through the hand. It managed to hit in
Ooh.
such a way that the initial sharp impact point. What? Do you mind if I describe this?
Please do. This is entirely
Okay.
your description. You
Okay.
take full control
So,
here.
trigger warning, I am going to semi-graphically describe the injury. So this, I'm imagining that the stick hit in such a way that the impact point, like the point itself, hit between her phalanges, so between the bones, and so
Oh.
it went straight through. And if it's thick enough, because I don't know how thick the stick is, but if it's thick enough, it probably also broke those bones. The middle finger and the ring finger is where I'm imagining it went straight through, because I said
Mhm.
Jesus pose, so I'm going with that.
It was a spear.
Ooh.
You were making them out of sticks, though, so I
In-
don't know how girthy it was. I hate
Yeah.
that word. I'm never saying it again. So yeah,
Okay.
she's just putting her hand down and not looking at it. She's like, I shouldn't. Like, part of her brain is aware that she probably should be elevating it right now, but she doesn't want to hold her arm up. She just wants it to be out of her line of sight, so it's down. It's tucked slightly behind her. So the only one who can probably really see it at this point is Larry Joe.
Yeah.
Really
so
the-
she's just. Oh, and
the best way would be to just sort of keep
when
it
when
above
she
her
when she
level.
like ran over and did the thing, she didn't actually drop Plotman. Plotman just kind of like scrambled up and is now sitting on one shoulder and is like haunches raised, poofed up, growling at Billy.
This is not what I had planned.
Of course it's not.
And
It never goes the way you planned it.
okay.
To say, after we spent like how long talking to an accountant in Rebels of Spyra?
Look.
Okay, she's gonna slowly just turn her head. She's not going to turn her body. She's going to turn her head and look at Larry Joe and be like, can you elaborate on the phrase terminate? Like, are you going to force log out? Because that could be what that means. Is there going to be any other potential side effects? And if you don't know, can you ask? You know, we should have all of the information before making a decision. Okay.
Okay.
And I am channeling how I act when I am seriously injured because I have been seriously injured before.
Yeah.
Life experience.
Mhm.
All right.
Yay.
You
Um,
should give her advantage on persuasion.
I was just gonna say, please roll me a persuasion, except you may add an additional d6 to that roll.
Ooh, neat. I get to use all 4 of my ace d6s.
Ooh.
Nice. Like,
Wow.
Does
Okay.
yours have the heart on them too?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, not the 6s. There's a heart in place of the 20 on the d20. All the others have just numbers.
Same.
Yeah, we probably got them from the same place. I need to stop having my I had my arm in that position for the past like however long it's been since I described it, and like I'm gonna pull my arm back so I can actually do things. What am I doing? Persuasion?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a 20.
Okay, 20. You see Larry Joe. Larry Joe is kind of stood there, eyes wide, jaw dropped, like, okay, Oh,
She's just like smiling through gritted teeth. Like it is obvious that she's in pain, and also obvious that she's trying very hard to not show that she's in pain.
Larry
Oh.
Joe is now traumatized.
So, honestly, terminate, since there is no fully functioning logout feature, the terminate would occur when your character, reaches 0 health. So it would have been
Okay.
aggressive, but quite frankly, after seeing such amazing feat of bravery, it makes because we're now developing the character of Lara Joe. Lara Joe is now a proud daddy, and seeing that makes him feel his heart swell with pride and fatherly love.
I'm amused that he's talking in third person. Out of character, I am amused that he's talking in third person. In character, I'm in too much pain to be amused, but out of character, I am deeply amused.
Okay, no, that's me not transitioning out of the voice. Basically, Larry Joe didn't have character before now. Now he fucking does. Larry Joe is a dad. Seeing somebody do that, like it's pulling all those daddy triggers in him, and he's like, I can't hurt child. I can't hurt little girl. Little girl needs help. How help? What do? Oh no.
Can I also add my major aspect to this? I think it's a +4.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just make it a 24 just for funsies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And she's gonna be like, okay, am I is there a way for you to exit the program, or are you part of it?
I most certainly can't. 1 second. Larry Joe reaches up. He rips off one of his lumberjack sleeves, and you can see he big. He big. Like,
They got muscle.
but
She's like asking basically, are you a live human being, or are you a digi human being?
He is a real life human being, and he rips that off, and he immediately kneels down because he's pretty tall, so he kneels down to be at the right height, and he is gonna make a roll, and that is a fantastic roll. He looks up at you as he's knelt down. He goes, "Okay, little girl, just look at me, listen to my voice.
Okay.
Everything's gonna be okay. I want you to take a deep breath and think of something real nice, like your favorite food, or is this your apartment?
Yeah.
All right. Look at your kitty. Just look at her. It's gonna be all right.
Giving face nuzzles.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And 1, 2, 3. And very quickly, he wraps your thing in his sleeve, And he ties it, and he's like, all right, so in all good consciousness, I can't do what the higher ups have just requested me to do because that looked way too real, and I'm not comfortable doing that. So I think I'm probably going to lose my job, but I'm surprisingly okay with all of that. Little boy, don't throw chopsticks at people. It is not.
You were going to terminate her!
I see your
I like
point.
how I feel like Billy is standing on the tree stump now and just screaming at this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry Joe, still kneeling down, points at Billy and goes, you raise a very valid point, and quite frankly, I respect your bravery and your candidness. It was very brave. Unfortunately, it was not very smart. Now,
Digimon just blows his cover and just jumps on the stump and is like, yeah! Like, I get the sentiment, but also, oh my gosh!
I feel like Mia and Impmon are both like looking pretty horrified by what just happened. Like they're just both like mouth agape, watching all of this. Like, what the hell?
To be
You
fair,
should give your Digimon a living wage!
Also, Cat,
hey,
are you
hey,
okay?
hey, chill. Just everybody take a deep breath and chill. We'll be
Okay.
okay. It'll be okay.
all right.
I was just wondering if there was some sort of like staff logout that we might be able to backdoor our way into so we can get out without having to do any termination so everybody can like go home happy and healthy and clear of conscience and everything and all that jazz.
We'll see
Or
what
not, what about direction?
I really hope this doesn't carry over because if I'm gonna have chronic hand pain, that's gonna suck.
Oh
The campaign does suck. I
no!
wouldn't imagine if that went through my hand.
Okay.
Don't imagine it. Don't.
So
Oh God,
I
someone
recommend you don't.
so with
What
that,
I'm just not looking at it. If I don't look at it, it doesn't exist.
Larry Joe, he looks back up to his digger friend and goes, King Kamal, can you give me the radio? And King Kamal goes, does the same awkward fumbling, drops the radio back down. Larry Joe gets it and goes, boss, Larry Joe, no, ain't gonna happen. If you want these kids taken out of this area, you're gonna have to find a way to do that yourself. I'm not hurting children. I vehemently disagree with that because I have apparently evolved from minor antagonist to supporting cast member. So
That's just what happens when we're around. It's great.
so if you want me to keep doing jobs like that, in fact, you know what? If hurting children was ever on my job description, you can consider this my resignation, and corporate can go suck it. Have a nice day.
Larry Joe.
Yeah! That's
And-
to the establishment!
And
That
with
was
that,
very nice of you, Mr. Larry Joe.
he does the radio thing again, pulls it, it twangs back up. He goes, all right, well, I don't rightly know what's going to come of that. So, you know what? Let's get you, let's take you to up over yonder. Let's put you inside. Oh. Larry Joe says, oh, because as he stands up, you see that the two ape Digimon who are doing bits and
Why
pieces.
is there a star?
I don't know.
Okay.
Randy
This just-
Savage!
Sandy Ravage!
Sandy
Sandy
Ravage!
Ravage.
He has the
So he
blue
stands up and goes,
star
oh.
to
I'm
bring forth the true labor.
I'm assuming he goes, oh, it's something the other Digi are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is immediately, they were kind of doing their work and grumbling. They have dropped what they were doing,
Oh, dear.
and their
Uh-oh.
eyes seem to they almost pause, and it's almost as if like something has been triggered within them, like kind of like as if they've been injected or been like an electric shock. You see them kind of like their bodies like freeze up, and they both kind of let out like a very aggressive sound. And if you look at where their eyes seem like dilated. They seem as if they are being manipulated by some
Cool.
central controlling force.
Wonder Bar.
Oh,
And,
that's bad.
Is
and-
Kankymon also being affected, or is it just Chonky and Sandy?
just Chonky and Sandy. Kankymon is not being affected.
Okay.
Kankymon is the partner Digimon of Larry Joe.
Ah, I
And
see.
Kankymon kind of like does a little swivel, like his upper body turns 180 degrees, and he goes, "Oh dear, that doesn't look good."
Rukia just pipes up, in the words of second mom, oh, that's bad!
And
So, by the way, I'm assuming Kat is now standing like next to Larry.
yeah,
Over the thing. Plotman is still sitting on her shoulder, just kind of nuzzling her every so often and like making roughly like the same, like a slightly deeper, I think, like than normal purring noise, because I
Mhm.
imagine that they're a little bit of a deeper sound just because my brain did that. But just like purring and trying to provide as much emotional pain relief as possible because good kitty.
yeah.
So Kat's gonna look at that and be like, so is there any way I could possibly access the coding of the world itself, of this area itself, briefly, just to try and override the hostile orders? Or is this just we just gonna have to try to not die?
Is
Well,
this
how are you interacting with the code?
is this you
So are
asking me, or is this Cat asking?
I'm asking. She's
Larry?
asking Larry Joe because she's a cosplayer by like fashion shenanigans, but she's also a contract programmer, and when there aren't enough jobs, a waitress.
Yeah. So Larry Joe are looking up. I believe there's a control that I don't know rightly what it does, but there's like a little computer doohickey inside the fort. We can get in
Okay.
there. Maybe you can do something about it, but we got to get in there. And
I'm going to ask you to do something potentially dangerous. Are you okay with that?
if it's anything to help out a small child, I most certainly am.
Yes. This is going to be dangerous for me, but I think I can handle it. That's why I asked. I was gonna ask if you could use if Kankymon could put me in the bulldozer part and just yeet me at the doors
Uh,
so I can go past the defenders and get in there.
honestly, them doors are a good 5 foot thick. And
Well,
that's
no, I was gonna get to the doors. It can be a gentle yeet. I was gonna get to the doors and then push them open with my remaining hand and then get in.
well. Problem is, them two ain't the only two workers we got here.
Are there workers on the inside too?
Uh, that's where I would assume they currently are. Yeah.
Great.
So we're gonna have a whole little thing, but what we can do, you and me, we'll get up on in, my little buddy.
Okay.
We will charge ourselves through, and I will get you to where you can take care of that stuff.
Okay.
Your little friends, how good are they at distracting?
I mean, Billy can huck really sharp sticks at things.
I think
Just the whole time, like roughly, Billy had already been stealthily moving along to get closer to Chunky.
all right. Well, I think it is. Do we
He is still a little frozen by all this.
have like a go team go cry, or do we just
Well, we need to get up. We need to get up and Kenki first.
all right, yo, buddy, look, Kankymon. Kankymon lowers the forklift, and Larry Joe steps on it and helps you on and lifts you up, and you get so you can get inside the little cabby. And then Kankymon has already turned his upper body around, and Larry Joe sits inside, pulls out a little thing, and it lets out a big steam burst out the top. And Kankymon goes, "Let's go!"
Hey, Mina,
What's the
can you
next
whistle
bit?
for us? Can we whistle for us as a start?
Sure.
Okay, if
Insert
we're not
whistle
doing
here.
if we're not doing
3, 2,
initiative,
1, whistle,
you do-
and then break because
Yeah,
we should take
okay.
a break.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was setting up for. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss how the combat will work and all that jazz.
And initiative and all that jazz.
Yeah. All right. So we will be back in like
Break.
I need to
Yeah.
get some water.
5-ish minutes. Stay tuned for more. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Unexpected trauma. Catch you real soon, everybody. sound, so people hear me. I create sound, so people hear you. We're back, everybody, and
All right.
We're
We-
back and everything's awful.
where we
Real
left
quick,
off,
Two
Cat was going
things
to
that I
describe
forgot
something.
that I wanted to do before we got into the Kenki is
Mhm.
that Kat wanted to ask Abramon. She's gonna be like, she's just gonna like turn a little bit and be like, Abby, can I have a stick? Just like as like
There
straight
is
and
one.
uncrooked as you can get. I don't know how.
There already
Okay,
was one there.
Question:
Like
How like was it a rod or was it like crooked?
it was all we established. These are like a staff. Like these
Okay,
are
cool.
spear.
Then never mind. She's just gonna pick that up from wherever from wherever Larry dropped it, and be like, "Hi, can you rewrap this a little bit so it's like a splint because I think my fingers are broken."
I most certainly can. Medical first aid training is certainly coming into use, which I never thought it would, working with Digimons. So that is, he rolled ridiculously good on his medicine check or heal check, whatever it is. So yeah, you got a little splint, still wrapped up in your lumberjack sleeve.
Because
and-
the two fingers are
Yeah.
not doing so great. Awesome, cool. I just wanted to make sure I had a splint before we got on the thing because I'm trying to keep that in mind that her left hand is severely mobility limited at this time.
Okay,
And,
awesome.
And just
She can like move her thumb and that's about it.
are you guys also good for anyone that is wanting a spear? Billy had given them one. That good?
That makes sense.
I
Yep.
mean, we were like walking.
Walking
so...
for a good amount of time.
Yep. So everybody who has a spear, who wants one, has one. All right. Cool. So now we have the very, very important first aid stuff sorted. That's checked out.
Yep.
Rukia
Combat.
just shouts, "Be sure to keep it above your heart. That is
She
important."
just like waves with that hand and then just plops it on her head.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't see, but I did just do that, and it's
Nice.
resting on. It's like my wrist is resting on my head now, so that the hand is slightly not quite touching the head itself. So it's like the wrist is what's on her head.
Mm.
I love this. I love this a lot. This is
So
wonderful
what are
stuff.
we rolling for initiative?
Okay, so here is where I'm going to make some inquiries to see how we want to play this.
Okay.
Obviously, things have gone wildly awry from my initial plans. I am okay with this. My initial plans were literally going to be you come up, you do some stuff, and then it breaks off into your 1v1 fights.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Here, this is definitely looking a little bit more like a big thing. I can obviously
Billy
still work
is very
this.
much, from what I can tell. Billy, from what I can tell, is very much going at the chunky.
Yeah, I'm at the trunk.
Yeah, he like once when like everyone was talking and once the medical wrap was happening as people were getting in and sorted out, Billy just kind of like slunk over towards the chonky guy. And
Yeah.
you can see he's now all the way over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yes.
you were. This was before. This was as you were talking, and after the yelling, and then just as you were getting everything
Well,
was happening.
Yeah.
You were like over. You were over here when you threw. No, you were here when you threw the stick.
Yes, but as
And so
everyone went
after
to
that,
yelling,
you went over here while everyone else was talking and doing shenanigans. Yes. So
because-
he's in chunky territory.
Oh yeah.
So, the question here is obviously I can still work it and push it towards those 1v1 things, which is fine. That's easy because my experience with like big group battle type dynamics is they very quickly get very number crunchy and quite slow paced.
So what I'm feeling is Billy is very obviously gonna go after Chunky Boy.
Mm-hmm.
What Rukia and Miyahara do is not as set in stone, but I was figuring at least one of them would go after Sandy Ravage, and it's possible to do like the 1v1 fights that way. So like the two people like are distracting and taking out the people in the front, and then we go in, and then whoever follows us in has to take out a third person who is guarding the inside, sort of thing.
Yeah. I forget who claimed Sandy Ravage, though.
That was Miyahara.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
So that was
can't
basically like my pseudo plan. And then the other thing to question, I'm not sure which would be preferable, because both kind of work, and it's very much like, what do we think works more? Is when we do these, would we prefer to do them to completion, one at a time? So we do all of Billy versus Chunky, and then cut to someone versus someone, and then cut to, or literally go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 around the board.
May I suggest my idea?
Please do.
My idea is that we don't start the 1v1 fights until everyone has hit a 1v1, and then we can do like we can flash back and do an order of or something like that, or we can do the rounds. I'm not particular on that, but I was just thinking in terms of like shonen anime style, you generally will have people being like, and I'll take this one, and I'll take this one, and I'll take this one. And then once everyone is in position, then we have like an episode focused on
on each one.
That is
random example, Strawberry versus Bells, you know?
What are we
You know what that means? You know what that means.
I mean, people were still trying to explain things.
Sorry.
Is everyone okay?
I just made a Bleach reference, it's fine.
Yeah.
I got
Strawberry versus Bells. Yeah, sort of thing.
Can we just roll and get to fighting?
We will. We
Your
just need
Billy
to.
is showing.
We just need to get everybody in position to do that. So, Billy, you
All
up
right,
there?
Are we gonna do the like? Are we gonna do episode focus, or are we gonna do cutaway rounds?
That is entirely up to you as a group and what you feel would be preferable.
Let's go down the line. Who wants what? Let's start with Tired By. Do you have a preference?
Not really. I guess whatever the majority wants, I'm fine with. Like either way, I'm fine with it. I think just yeah, bless you. I feel like what you said of like wait until everybody gets to their 1v1s and then whatever we decide to do.
What we're
after
currently voting on is: do we do focus episodes to completion, or do we do every round you switch fights?
I'm good with whatever. I just want to roll.
I know, Michael. We will get to that. Like, real soon. I promise. I know you're excited to do fight.
You have an opinion?
I don't really have any other plan. I think
Hey,
like
do you have an opinion?
It might be easier for Bardic to do the honing in.
Okay.
Okay.
Being DM conscious.
You only
here.
have to focus on like one NPC at a time. That makes sense.
Okay.
All right. Episode battles then.
All right. Awesome. Wonderful.
We know how we're doing fighting. Great.
Okay. So, Billy.
Oh, I'm not on top. Never mind.
Billy, before we start your roll here, I will give you. You have total description over how you initiate, and we can do some, pure description how this first interaction goes with Chunky Boy, so you can get the setup for your fight. Take it away.
Chunky is there, being unwrapped by the energy, and Billy is there just in the shadows of this tree stump, ready to take fight.
Do you shout anything? Do you?
No, it's silent. I'm waiting to figure out. It's like quiet. It's very much kind of like wait until the first chance, see where direction it is. Quiet in the shadows.
All right. So, as I described before, Sandy Ravage and Chunky, they're You know what? They're gonna go full stereotypical like gorilla time. They're gonna like slam their fists. You know, it's very Donkey Kong. Slam their fists against their chest, and they lock eyes on Kenkimon, who is revved up. There's been a giant whistle from Miyahara as Kenkimon goes, "Let's go!" And the big tire treads start rolling and starts to push forward. As it is pushing forward, Chonky and Sandy Ravage look as if they. Hang on, let me just move you three, because you are with Kenkimon. I can actually, one moment, put you to the front. Then I can actually pop you on top of Kenki. Look at that, genius.
Oh god. Accidentally deleted Rukia.
I did?
What?
No, I did. I was
I-
You
deleting
can just drag it. You should be able to just drag
I don't
a token
think you
back
deleted
out.
her. I think she's underneath the thing now.
Oh dear.
Do you remember where you dropped her?
No.
One moment.
Well, click the blank spots until you figure it out.
Okay.
Rukia! Come
One
here.
second. I can just grab Rukia from another screen and just copy paste. So Control C, and then we pull back to there. We are fixing things, and
Why does this keep happening? I keep deleting my characters
no.
from existence.
So
When Chunky it looks to be about to start to run or ram towards Kenkimon, Billy is from the shadows, so Chunky doesn't see where the spear is coming from, so they're so focused on Kenkimon. Throws a spear to kind of like hit from behind, so they don't really know. Chunky doesn't know where it is because they're so focused on Kenkimon.
okay. Roll to hit, please. So roll your fight. So that's 8d6. I get the thing. I check that, and so 8d6, and we look at your successes. You have a 5, you have a 6, you have another 6, you have a 5. That is 4 successes versus his dodge, which are 0 successes. So that makes contact. So you deal your damage, which we already established was an 8 plus 5. No, 4 is how many successes you have, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so you will deal 12. And let me just check his. The right thing. Nope, I'm not on the. Am I on the right thing? Yes, I am. Ha 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 ha. Okay, yeah. So, Billy, you yeet your spear. It flies through the air with perfect precision. You know, it spins. You're fairly certain you can hear the air splitting around it and whistling because it is a perfect Olympic javelin throw. It flies through. It hits into Chunky's side. You see the spear shatter on impact. This looks like it did the bare minimum. As Chunkymon kind of just goes, turns its head round, and are you still hiding?
Yes.
Can you
I
roll me
said
a
from the shadows.
yeah? Can you roll me a stealth, please?
Okay. I forget. Is this 3d6 plus the stat?
Yeah,
or
3d6 plus your stat.
Okay, so that would be. That's 2, not 3. Dang it! I want 3.
Ooh. Sorry, I've just realized. I've just realized I'm at 3.4k. 1.6 more k, and then we can see it, doggo.
Nice. Okay, so 14 stealth. Let's see.
It's
okay.
not. Those 2 1s, I don't think.
Well, let me just quickly check, because Chunky, surprisingly, is not very good at seeing stuff. He's not very good at many things. He's not entirely certain what happened, but he knows something happened. So with that, he is thoroughly distracted, and he is going to start heading that away. He is no longer interested in Kenkimon and the charging team. He is going to roar in anger, and he is going to start lumbering over in the vague direction of Billy. We'll put a pause on that, and we'll pick it up in a minute. Sandy
Put a
Ravage.
pin in it.
Yeah. Pin. Nailed. It is there. Sandy Ravage, on the other hand, slamming his chest, going like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna get you. Ooh, here comes the big blaster. And he lifts up his gun, and he is about to make a shot. Is anybody gonna do anything?
Mia's just gonna run over.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Don't worry about like movement speeds and all that jazz. This is all like one quick action-packed thing. You can do whatever the heck you want.
Okay. So Mia and Impmon are gonna kind of like run over to be in sightline.
Mm-hmm.
And Mia's just gonna like whistle and just be like, hey, over here, you big ape!
Yeah, when he was like talking about all of that, I think Drakemon would have just basically, after seeing Rukia freeze up that one time, he is basically like, Duck! Just get on the ground, Duck! We're gonna try to help however we can. Please don't freeze up and get hit.
And
Sorry, my brain was just like, yes, yelling at the big ape man. Nice gun. Did your mom pick it out for you?
Yeah, Impmon is making like the most insulting like faces that he can muster
Mm-hmm.
at this Sandy Ravage, basically trying to like provoke into
Come at me, bro.
Yeah. So I guess it's more of like a manipulation thing, I guess, between Mia and Impmon.
Yeah. Can you want to roll like your choice? What do you think is the best thing to roll here?
There is a manipulation.
Let's do it. Manipulate this boy.
Yeah. It's 3d6 plus modifier, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's an 8 on the mod. There we go.
Okay, that is a real good distraction. You're there. You're hurling insults. You're saying, "Hey, look over me. You look smelly. You smell."
Yeah, we're just like.
You smell silly. I don't know what you're shouting
You
at this
look
guy.
like a monkey and you smell like one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Impmon doing the stereotypical anime, pulling down the eyes, sticking out the tongue.
Yeah.
And Sandy Ravage goes, "Ooh, didn't have to hurt my feelings. Oh yeah, Sandy Ravage, gonna get you." And he's gonna start he's gonna like take a few steps that way and lift up his gun arm. He's gonna go, "I'll show you for making fun of my gun and my Sandy Ravageness." And we'll pop a pin in there for where that encounter begins. Kenkimon, and I am gonna have to move the text, sadly. And apparently half a star. Sorry. So, Kenkimon and crew arrive. You get to the gate. Kenkimon smashes into the gate, and I need to move some stuff.
Should I move Rukia up there too, or?
If you so wish to, yes.
Like if she's like following the big tank man.
I feel like Drakemon would just sort of be like tugging Rukia and being like, "Come on, let's follow up with the giant tank."
And
because that's the best idea. So says me.
So says me.
So says Drakemon, Prince of all Drakemons.
I see a red semicircle. Interesting.
Yeah, that's just like a generic token. So 1 second, let me just reveal some more stuff and things. Go. Why you know do the reveal? There.
I'm
Okay.
amused that I can see what's inside the thing by looking at the stream.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna stop though because I'm not a dirty, rotten cheater.
I mean, it's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal, really. Let me just click the thing. Let me do that. So, as the that happens to you, I'll just move you there.
That's a sword. That's a small thing with sword.
Yep. As the doors crack open, you can see inside of this fortress. There's a bunch of construction equipment. There's like crates. There's piles of logs, and leaning against the doors to the actual building of the fort, you see this bipedal avian being who is wearing like a classic Japanese like straw hat. I can't remember the actual word for it. It escapes me.
I know there is one, but I don't remember it either.
I think it's like a casa hat, I think, but I could be entirely wrong.
Is those... Does he have a katana?
And yes, you see on his hips, he's wearing some really cool, like almost like harem trousers. And on each hip, you see you see a large sword, and he is leaning against the door, hat down. And when the first door smashes,
I'm getting like samurai vibes.
Yeah, as that happens, he lifts up. His head lifts up. You can see he's got like full bird face, and his hat. He holds it and just goes. And with that, he jumps into the air, starts flying, and he is locking eyes on the first person he can make out, which would happen to be Cat.
Hi, we're not here to fight. Please just let us through. I'm in a lot of pain, and I don't like fighting. So...
I'm afraid I cannot. Must fight for honor. To protect.
You can have
do
my honor.
my duty.
I don't want
You
honor.
can have my honor.
Please have the honor.
You can have my honor. I don't want to. I just, and
A coward.
and
a coward
Yeah,
who does
I'm
not seek honor is not worthy of entrance here. And he's gonna like just do that anime thing where like unsheath like the little tip of his blade and grip it.
Yeah, but like, is it really honorable to fight someone who has already been seriously injured by someone else and is not armed and does not want to fight?
Some people would say yes.
You're gonna try and talk your way out of another combat.
Abso-fucking-lutely!
Yeah! Go get some!
Look, if you want to fight someone for honor, just don't fight us.
Okay. So, I'm going to have to do some very quick thinking here, because originally you weren't supposed to have Kenkimon helping you here. So, whilst this is going on,
She's like, look, dude, I don't know, you can't tell because it's wrapped up, but my hand is not in one piece, and I have no weapons, I just have a cat. I would not be a good person to do an honor battle with, unless you think that slaughtering unarmed, injured children is honorable.
The question is, can Kenkimon want to fight Buramon?
Yeah. So, Kenkimon is like, I'm okay. I'll do the combat for you. It's okay. And will like raise his digger claw and get ready to do a combat. And
Sir, we're still on you.
Yeah.
Be careful.
And with that, all right, Michael, how would you pronounce this dude's name? Because I must have read it wrong. I was looking at like Buiraimon, because it's like Buirai, and that to me is like Buirai, or maybe Burai.
The difference is the Japanese has it more of the kanji of I'm trying to remember this correctly. Is again, this is why I am. This is
no, you're fine.
Very
You're fine.
much about the
I'm amused.
The journeyman. So it is the elongated.
Okay.
So in English, I've always gone Bara-mon.
All right.
Ra.
Yep.
Mon.
So
Because it's very
Well,
much.
what
as
about
in-
the eye? Where'd the eye go?
I'm trying to say the I, but I'm failing. It is
Oh, so like
Fur
burai,
I.
yeah, burai.
burai,
Wait.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
more emphasis on the ah than the e.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's gonna do like that, like stereotypical smug anime, and get ready to fight. However,
Oh dear, oh dear.
as Kenkimon is about ready to do a thing, there is like a really big sound. Like when I say really big, like tremblingly big. Like, have you ever been in an area where like you can just hear insects? So much so it's like a deep seated rumbling that you can feel like in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's that, except times by like a lot.
I've been at concerts where the bass shakes the floor. Does that count?
Yeah,
Okay, so that times a lot. Got it.
as from out in the forest, there is like you can just kind of see it, you can feel it, just swarms of insects, and the occasional just like thump on the ground. As
Huh.
from way behind you, all of this deforestation has actually been disturbing something. This
And it's not happy.
what can only be described as a
Oh my goodness.
giant draconic-esque being that is surrounded by swarms and swarms of insects. Steps out,
Oh.
and it looks a lot bigger and a lot scarier than anything any of you can handle.
But
And-
we're not the ones doing the deforestation, so it's fine.
yeah, and with that,
It doesn't know that though.
with that, Kenkimon does a quick 180 of his body and goes, "Oh dear, as the biggest person here, I should probably delay that. Let me just pop you down, little friend." And he'll lift up his forklift and like go, "You probably don't want to be present while that's happening."
No, and it's also the opposite direction of the way I'm trying to go. I'm sorry.
It's
And
okay.
it's like once he like puts her down, she's gonna just like reach over and gently pat him on the side, like gentle pats, and be like, "Be safe."
I'll do my best. And Larry Joe gives a thumbs up and goes, "He's gonna do it. Come on, little buddy." And Larry Joe and Kenkimon are gonna basically do a 180 and have to go back on themselves. So,
Okay, so we're like right at the door right now.
yep, you are right at the door. Rukia.
So now we're back. Now we're back to. Oh, is Rukia following us? Sorry.
I was just about to ask, what is Rukia doing?
Rukia is being muted.
Yeah, I was just going to say, ATV, you are currently muted. Do you know that? Or have you had to step away?
ATB might have had to step away.
Donde es the ATV?
Oh, IRL.
Okay.
So something happened.
Yeah, okay. Cool. In that case, I will deal with that in a moment. So, yes, you are Cat. You are stood facing Bird Samurai Boy.
So now we're back to the dilemma of, is it honorable to slaughter an unarmed child who is already heavily injured and is unable to defend themselves at all?
He does be...
Is
like-
that honor?
Like, every single time this character speaks, it is, accented with the edgy anime.
She just looks up at him like, and she's like got tears. Her mascara is streaked because she's been crying, and she just looks pathetic.
Yeah. And he just kind of goes, "Fine. Not honorable to defeat you. But you cannot." He draws his sword, holds it out. It's not threatening, it's like, I know I'm stronger than you. And he just holds it and goes, "But you cannot enter here. That is my mission. My honor." Swoosh! There's a little slash. As he slashes, you can just feel the air move. "Will not allow me to fail my mission." And he sheaths his sword. He's just going to stand there. He is blockading you. He refuses to let you progress.
Okay.
And
Do you know why we're trying to get in there? Does it matter?
no.
That's
Okay, ATB is back.
she's gonna step closer and like just kind of sit down basically in front of him, and just kind of Kitty's gonna sit in her lap and just glare at this Birdman. But
Yep.
Kitty is a small bean, and she's just like petting it and sitting on her lap and saying, "We're at an impasse right now, so I'm just gonna sit here, and we can chill. Do you have anything? I, I've lost some fluids. If I promise on Kitty's life and mine, but Kitty's is more important to me, to just stay right here. Do you think you could get me some water or something to drink?"
When you sit down, he like does he grabs his hat, pulls it down a little bit, and he sits down as well in front of you, and reaches to his belt, and he's got like a little jug of water, and he'll hand it to you. And he's just going to sit there, cross-legged, crossed arms, just glaring at you, blocking the door.
She's just gonna take it with one hand and look at it for a little bit. I'm assuming there's like some sort of stopper in it.
Yeah.
She's just gonna kind of look at it and look at her lap and look at the thing, and like she's clearly thinking, and as she's thinking, Kitty is gonna like pop up on his hind legs, put his paws on either side of the plug, and just yank himself backwards to unplug it. And she's like, "Oh, thank you, Kitty." And then she'll like take a little drink and then put it, and he's still got it in his paws, and he's like resting backwards against her. So then he uses his momentum to shove himself forward, and she has to aim it so it lands properly. And it takes them a couple tries, but they get it back in the jug.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. Rukia, you had been following Digger Boy. Big giant scary monster appeared. Digger Boy did a 180, and Digger Boy's going to go and essentially blockade that for you. The doors to the fortress are open. You can see this scene going on with Cat, Kitty.
We're at an impasse.
And Bird Samurai. What is your plan? How are you progressing? What do you intend to do? You're going to try and help and join in? Are you going to try and take the fight for Cat, or what is your plan?
I feel like right now Rukia is just sort of just being pulled along by Drakemon, like, oh, what do? Why are we doing? Why are we still moving? Meanwhile, Drakemon is just like, okay, 3 battles going on. Or, I would say, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Those 2, the people in front of us are at an impasse, I think. So, I have no idea. Is the doors open, by the way, for like the building?
The doors are open.
The doors are currently open, so you can see everything. Are you going to try and progress forward into the doors to help?
Yeah, I feel like Drakemon is just like very much walking forward, not caring, just tugging Rukia by her pants leg or something. It's just being like, "Hi, I'm here now. What's going on? Why is no one fighting?"
As Drakemon tries to walk through the threshold of the doors, he finds he cannot progress. It's like walking into an invisible wall.
Ow.
Can Rukia walk through them?
Does Rukia try?
Drakemon will look up at Rukia like, there's something here. And Rukia just very slowly
pokes it.
Sorry. Basically, she's just putting her hands like in front of where Drakemon can't progress. Like,
You reach forward. You try to touch. There is something solid there. You're going, what happened? What's this? The air. As you are touching it, a single eye forms in the air. It opens and blinks. Another. A third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a 12th, a 20th, a 100th. As covering the entire doorframe is this shadowy wall of eyes that take shape into this amorphous creature as its arms stretch out, grab the doors, and pull them close behind it as it stands blockading. Cat, you see and hear the doors closing behind you. You are sealed off. You have no friends here to help you. You are all on your own.
Oh. Well, I hope they'll be okay.
And with that, everybody is set up to do fight. We have a choice here. Either we can roll initiative, and that'll be the order we do things, or whoever just shouts "me," we can jump to them first.
I was thinking maybe initiative just so lack of chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Let's roll initiative. And
How does
I am deeply amused that the Shadow Wall, its name is apparently just Eisman.
yeah,
Yes! I
lot
knew
of
it!
That's hilarious.
I haven't figured out what the other
loud.
one is. Sorry. I there was two I was trying to figure out. Like, I hadn't seen them before.
The Ape Boys.
Sorry.
look, we have no issue with excitement here.
Yeah, sorry. It's just yeah.
Mike, and I'm sorry.
Arctic, what's
My secondary question. I have a secondary question, and are we going to assume that all combat rounds end at the same time?
Yes, for ease.
Okay, cool.
What is how does initiative work? Oh, okay.
I
3d6
posted.
plus Digimon agility.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kay, is that yours for 20?
12 plus agility.
No, that 20 was the manipulation.
Yeah,
earlier.
okay.
My
Cool.
Where is my agility?
I am rolling lots of ones today.
Here's the thing. I rolled an 18 for initiative, but I also know that unless something changes, there will be no combat, so I am okay with going last.
Yeah. If you are okay with that, I am also okay with that, because
Cool.
it is a viable move to say, I wait. I hold my turn.
Yeah, okay. So you guys, we can resolve everyone else's fights first.
I messed
then,
up. It's
like at some point choose at what point during our, standoff does this happen.
Arctic, I looked at the wrong thing. It's supposed to be a +7 for my initiative.
Okay, so we'll take your first roll and just add
13.
5 to it, so it's a 13.
Yep.
Okay, so we have 16, 13, 18, and...
So in order, Miyahara, Billy, Rukia.
Okay,
Cat.
so Miyahara.
You fightin' Sandy Ravage. Let's go. I'm gonna mute myself and go get some more tea.
Same.
Yeah, so...
You have... yeah. Actually, hang on. Let me just roll initiative for him and see who gets to make their movement first. That would be you, because he rolled piss poor.
Oh.
You have the floor.
Okay. So, realizing, oh crap, this thing wants to fight me, Mia's just gonna kind of be like, wide-eyed, oh no, this was maybe not the best idea. Hey, Itmon, can you do the thing? And Itmon's like, yeah, of course. And I believe so. Itmon, let me look at the attacks. Is going to start off with Dark Fire Blast.
Okay.
So Itmon will run up just a little bit. To like maybe here. I think that'll work. And we'll just like shout Dark Fire Blast, and it's the dice pool is your accuracy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
I see 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check this dude's dodge, which I really should have opened up. So
And it's a big blast. His bit has gone up to 2.
Ooh, big boy blast.
So he's big blast.
And that is 0 successes on my end. I just need to check if there's anything else. Nope. There is nothing else. He gets no bonuses to that. So, you get to add 4 to your damage.
Okay. The damage, so it'd be 7 plus 4,
Yep.
right? So I can't. What?
7 plus 4.
11.
11. Okay.
Math.
Yeah, math am hard. Let me just. Okay, so his. I just need to make note of a few things so I remember for the future. So let me just put that in there. Let me just put that in there. So he takes.
Yeah.
That much. Okay. So.
Also, I think it does have the blind effect on for the Dark Fire Blast. That's a thing.
Let's remember how those work.
Target takes penalty to accuracy and dodge equal to user's bit value. Additionally, the target automatically fails sight-based perception checks for the duration of this effect.
Oof. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, so just since my brain is big dumb, I immediately forgot what you said the negative was. The a minus.
I put it in the chat.
Takes penalty equal to user's bit value. Okay, so what is your bit value?
Bit value is 2. It looks like, yeah, because we're using the one on top, right? Because there's that unrounded and then the. Hello?
Yeah. Use the one on top. Sorry, my brain just went.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, so bit value is 2.
Okay, cool. I can work with this. Wonderful. So with that, he's kind of going, but hang on, ooh. He's rubbing his eyes. He's rubbing one eye with a big gun. It's not amazingly effective because of a big flashy bang. With that, he is gonna raise his gun arm, and oh my god, I had a name for this attack. I wrote it down and everything. Okay, so with that, yeah, Sandy Ravage. He goes, "Ooh, why would you do that to me? All right, I gotta rely on auto lock on." And with that, he just fires his gun in a random direction. And basically, with auto lock on, he gets to ignore 3 of your dodge dice.
Oof.
So, I
Quick question.
Yep.
Does that mean he ignores 3 successes, or she rolls 3 fewer dice?
It doesn't say ignore 3 successes, so I think it just means you roll 3 fewer dodge.
Oh goodness.
So
Either way, that is off.
Yep. So his accuracy has been reduced.
I mean, I feel like rolling 3 fewer dice is actually not as bad as ignoring 3 successes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not as bad, but
It's
my
still not
accuracy
fun.
is not, or my dodge isn't that great.
That's
So-
fair.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's not amazing.
So what is Impmon's dodge?
5, so I would be rolling 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh.
I can't type.
Look, typing is hard, okay?
Oh, I got no successes.
Oh no.
Nope. And
Oh no.
and he got 2. So you are going to take 9 damage. Obviously, you apply your armor first. So
Okay. So armor is 5, so it would be 9, so 4.
Yep. How you
Oh
looking?
no. That almost took him down. Like in one. Yeah. He's at 1.
Okay.
Because health goes up 5.
Well, here's something that might help is that because they were were really damaged, that is a possibility for a reason for Digivolution is you have that desperate moment.
And
Well,
not gonna happen for reasons.
okay.
Yeah.
You have the field. Describe how you are feeling, how you are reacting, and what the plan of action is to go right through, like to progress here. Impmon just took a massive hit.
Poor boy.
Mia's eyes are just gonna kind of go wide, and she's going to basically completely freeze for a moment and just be like, "Oh no, Impmon!" And after like once she kind of like gets her grounding a little bit, she's going to rush over, try to scoop Impmon up, and then run back as far as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So she is now trying to run.
Valid.
Which, oh god, what is the movement? So I'm trying to remember how movement, like, because I have a movement of 6.
You can use both, so you can move up to 12 in a round.
Oh, right.
But if you do that, you can't do anything else that round. Not that the Digimon Tamer does much anyway. At least not yours, because you ain't trying to. You're not going to try and punch, are you?
Oh, heck
You're
no.
not Billy.
I'm going. Well, I'm wondering if it's 6. I kind of want to try to like maybe hide. Well, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah. I mean, you can try and hide. You can easily get behind one of these stumps, and you can make a hide.
Okay. Yeah. So she's just gonna kind of like scoop up Impmon and run and try to hide.
Yep.
And let's see. That's gonna be a stealth check, right?
Yep.
Okay. What was the? Okay.
That is a nearly impossible feat there with a 22. So you've just like, actually, you know what? You go up to this tree stump, and you're hiding. You're scared. Impmon took a huge hit. Impmon is like, did you like scoop Impmon up into your arms?
Oh yeah, she's absolutely like scooped him up and just bolted.
Yeah. So Impmon's got like big charred marks on him from taking a blast, and is clearly quite beaten. And like, I don't know. Is Impmon like, no, I can do it. I can do it. And as you're hiding, like
and she's just like shh, quiet.
And you sit down against the tree, and you lean against it to try and hide and be quiet, and you find a nearly impossible thing happens because you rolled a 22.
Oh no.
You fall into the tree. You have found the perfect hiding spot.
I'm in a tree. Cool.
Yeah, you have found like in video games where like you find invisible walls and you can like clip through them.
Mm-hmm.
You have done that with this tree. That is how good of a hiding spot you have found.
Cool. So I'm in the tree.
Yup.
Nice.
And Sandy Ravage has no idea what's going on. Sandy Ravage can't see, and you can hear outside just shot after shot after shot firing. Sandy Ravage physically cannot find you because you blinded him. He can't look for you.
Mia is having a silent panic attack in said tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What does Impmon do or say? What is Impmon going to try and do?
Impmon is going to try to struggle out of her arms
Mm-hmm.
And like trying to make sound, but at this point Mia is like just hand over his mouth like as he's struggling. So but she is like "Mm, silent," and like finger up to her mouth, like holding him and like hand on his mouth so he can't make a bunch of noise, and it's just like screaming with her eyes like, no, we need to stay here, we need to stay here. So she is in absolute panic mode. Impmon is not having it.
Mm.
And trying to escape, but not doing so well because very hurt.
Okay. So, do we want to actually put a pin in that combat there because there's
Yep.
not really much more it can progress from that point
Yeah.
because of what we have talked about. So basically, the moment where Impmon could have oomphed, Miyahara's level of like mental distress is so high that you can't push through your boundary, right?
Yeah.
And so it's very like, oh no, what do I do? So
They're very out of sync right now.
yeah, we'll put a little pin there. Oof. Unfortunately, I have noticed we are getting quite close to time. In fact, we really are at time. I mean, we can probably push. We can probably push an extra 15 minutes because we started late, and these are actually going pretty fast. So, either we can push an extra 15 minutes and I can try and get Billy's fight done, or we can wrap up there for today and we get the rest next week. What would people prefer? I have a suspicion Michael would like to get his. He's been very good and patient, and thank you for that because things went not how planned.
I understand.
I'm personally good with pushing on if others are.
Fight,
Yeah,
fight, fight.
I'm fine with like pushing on.
I
Yep.
have nothing going on in my life, so
Yeah.
Same.
Like I said, because we started like 15 minutes late, we can probably push this extra 15 minutes and let Billy get his moment.
Mm.
Are you alright with that?
Yep.
Alright. So, Billy, Chunky, he doesn't know where you are. He is just lumbering towards you. You have the move. What do?
Billy goes to Ebertmon and just goes, "Well, okay, this is gonna be tight. We need to do this quick and get it done. So we need to go save our friend." Hey, don't worry. You're good, Mon. You're good being. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna defeat that chunky boy and gonna go save her friend. You got yeah! And Billy just runs out.
I was gonna say that gives away your
and
position, probs.
Yeah, like just running out and goes straight to it because I think that's the total of their movement. It's just right up there to go for a smash into
Okay.
them. And Ebertmon is going to be doing the, I think it's, dang it, the hit and run
Mm-hmm.
thing. Into it. Dang it. Where are you on the sheet? Okay. There we are. That would be... Yeah. Sneak attack and then charge. So...
Okay.
So, for all that, what am I needing to roll?
Okay, one moment. So, for Billy, you are doing your 8d6 to do punch. For Aberrantmon, your accuracy is 7, and sneak attack. You gain a bonus on your next attack equal to your ram value doubled. So you. So Billy is rolling 8, and Aberrantmon is rolling 9.
Okay.
1 second. Let me just double check that. Equals ram value doubled. Okay, no, I lied. Aberrantmon is rolling because your bit. Oh no, your ram is 1. I am saying ram. Yeah. Okay, no, I was correct. So Billy rolls 8d6, Abramon rolls 9d6.
And since I feel like this is going to be needed, Billy's going to invoke their thing for the day.
Okay.
Adding extra damage.
All right. So let me just do something. Against Billy's, there are 0 successes. Against Abramon's, there are 2 successes. So Billy rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get to add 5 to your damage as Billy. And Abramon, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he got 2, so you get a +3. So Billy is adding a +5 plus his other plus. So using your aspect. And Abramon gets plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets +3 to damage. How much damage do the two of you do?
Okay, because I know, like we said, like it was because I think it's 10. So that if I'm doing the math right, and I think that's about 35. I don't feel like I'm doing the math right.
Okay. Let's double check some stuff.
So I know there's 10 plus the success.
On Abramon. Okay, so Abrammon's damage is 6. No? Where's damage? 6. And okay, no, that's gone up to 9, actually. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Abramon should have actually rolled 11d6. I goofed there. Sorry. I've just seen that. So, roll another 2d6 for Abramon, please. I misread your sheet. No successes. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, Abramon's damage is 9. You are adding the successes to that, which is +3, because he got 2 successes on his dodge. And then you're also adding an additional +2 because of sneak attack. So, you're dealing 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. That is how much Abramon is doing. And Billy... Okay, let's check this. So, you rolled... How many successes did Billy roll? 4? No, 5?
4, so that would be 14, because you said 10 plus 4.
Okay, so...
And then we pull in the thing, so that would be plus 4 more, so that would be 18 for Billy.
Okay, so Billy has 5 successes there. So you're adding +5 to Billy's damage. Your damage is 8 up on there. So 8 plus 5 is 12. Plus,
and then plus 5, like we have from the aspect, I believe.
That is +4, not +5.
So it'd be 17, not 18.
Yes. So 14 and 17. I'll take into account his armor. So the first one deals that much, and the next one deals that much. Yeah. So the two of you combined, you get these big heckin' hits in. They're big, they're powerful, and you see them. They go in, they hit, and Chunky just kind of goes as approximately 50 to 80% of the damage you should have dealt cannot get through this guy's thick hide. As he just looks, and he is gonna lift one of his big chunky hands and make a actually, no, does he have the thing? Okay, no, that's somebody else. Okay. He gets angry.
I would like to rage.
That is exactly what he is doing. He rage. Okay, and as well, I also need that. So he has taken damage 1, 2, 3 times. Oh wow, he's also taken that, so that is going to increase that. Um,
I'm getting a bad feeling that he does more damage the more damage he's taken.
oh yeah.
And something kind of like I feel like I might want to use as well, since we have the shooting and gun, is to bring in my other quality. Poking the bear, since this shooting one doesn't know where I am, of just insulting savvy ranges, so that probably shoot in my direction, and I can roll dodge to get out of the way.
I mean, you might want to worry about that next turn. Because okay,
Sandy Ravage is not your fight, buddy.
No,
I know, but I could probably use that shot of his to miss me and hit Chunky, is my thinking.
we will see. I just need to do a bunch of maths, because I wasn't expecting to have to do this much this quickly. Okay. So, he does that. Does that. Okay. Roll me a dodge on... Okay, Billy actually hit for more damage. So, Billy, roll me dodge, please.
Okay, I forget, which is it? Is it 3d6 plus, or...
It's a pool.
Okay, so it would be 8d6.
Yes.
And if it's a 5 or a 6, count that as a success.
Well, I got 3 successes.
Okay. He also got 3 successes, and if memory serves, ties favor the attacker, right?
Yes.
If you
Yes.
want to say so, yeah. I'm also open
Ties
for
favor the attacker, but you don't get any bonus damage.
Yeah.
It's just 1.
You don't need no bonus damage, because one of his qualities, every time he gets hit, like consecutively, he gets to add 1 to his damage, and nobody has missed him yet. And so, for every point of damage he has taken before an attack missing gets added to his damage. He has taken 9 consecutive damage. So, that's going to get added onto his attack. Oh, Billy.
I'm down. Because I only have 8.
Yeah, his total damage is 17. What's your armor?
I'm out.
He just
Billy is out.
in the face.
So, Billy
is out.
As you get smacked across, for dramatic effect, this dude, he doesn't call out an attack, man. He just swings an arm, slams into Billy, and is just going to slam you into a tree trunk. What happens next? And this will be where we end. So this last thing will happen, and we'll wrap up the fight with that.
The thing is, which I would find this most interesting, is just like Avritmon, and is now kind of like has that energy. Like Billy made contact that had really red, like orange digital energy. Like after it had done that, quickly had slammed it right onto his Digivice, so that roughly right after the second, and Billy is hit and not completely out, allowing for Aberrantmon to Digivolve. If you're okay with that. And that's just like the big flashy is like, we don't see what Aberrantmon Digivolves into, but just like big kind of like shadow.
I mean, do you want to do that and leave the actual reveal for next time?
Yeah,
like an actual Digimon episode. So there's a big flash of light as everyone goes, and we will wrap up the session there.
I'm just gonna say real quick that I'm assuming that because Billy is a strong dude, that when he hits the tree, it makes a sound.
Oh yeah, there is a big sound. You know what? Because Billy
I'm gonna assume that I can hear it.
I'm thinking like anime, like tree cracking.
Yeah, there is. You know what? these are big tree stumps. You know, they're easily like the size of you kids, and Billy is smacked into it. And you know what? There's that really cool anime moment where Billy makes contact, and then there's a little pause, and then he falls into the tree trunk, and a giant crater forms in the tree.
Yeah.
And it is loud, like very loud. Everybody can hear it. And
so like we have like reaction shots of everyone just like the people who can see looking over, the people who can't see shivering or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can Mia see outside, like through the tree, or?
It's
yeah.
The sound is heard regardless, and I feel like the anime shot is very much. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, Mia, you can see because of your stealth check. You basically found an invisible wall to clip into, so you can see everything that's going on, but people can't see you.
Ah, it's a one-way mirror.
Yeah. So you see that happen. You see Billy just get backhanded into a tree trunk. And
okay.
So you also see what is about to happen to Abramon. Big light, there's energy, black screen. To be continued. Thank you.
And I feel like Katarina would just flinch and curl in on herself and go, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Everyone will be fine."
Just a random shout from Drakemon of "Everything's not okay."
Drakemon, be quiet. You don't want to get found.
And
the audience doesn't know.
Drakemon's outside. He's being
Oh,
attacked.
sorry. I confused them. I'm sorry. They're both chaotic beings.
And here's the thing: is I'd like the final shot that we don't know if Billy's okay. There's just the hole in the tree. We don't even see Billy. We don't know. Is Billy okay? Is he dead? Is he alive?
Well, can we also say that Billy's shoes got knocked off? So we see Billy's shoes at the bottom of the tree. Perfect.
He hit you so hard he knocked your shoes off.
All right, this has been wonderful. A little bit different than I had planned, but
Child is low key on her way to a panic attack. Good job, everybody.
like this is not how I planned it, but also so much better than I ever could have planned it. So, huge thank you to players for doing this, and these fights are not remotely how I expect them to go, but they're so much better and so much more impactful. So thank you for that. I have been the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. This is every Wednesday at this time point. You can catch me streaming Final Fantasy games on Thursday evenings, Pokemon stuff Saturday and Sunday mornings, and then every other Saturday.
I'm annoyed that you stream Final Fantasy games on Thursday evenings because I really like Final Fantasy, but I stream on Thursday evenings.
I mean, remember, there are...
Thursday evening for Bardic is very different.
Yeah, there are time zone differences. It's Thursday evening for me. So, evening for me, which is at 6 p.m. for me, that's like 1 p.m. Eastern time. So it's Thursday afternoon for Americans.
Ooh, I like that.
So, there's that. And then every other Saturday and every other Sunday. Saturdays, One Piece D&D. Well, it's not D&D. One Piece tabletop role-playing game. And Sundays, Final Fantasy tabletop role-playing game. That's what I do. That's all my stuff. This will be edited and uploaded to YouTube probably on Monday. I can get back on schedule and can get all that.
Quick question. When is your One Piece game?
Saturdays. Every other Saturday. So it's...
Okay.
I mean,
so it's probably not the One Piece game that my friend is in.
Who's your friend?
I have a friend who goes by Snapfish Online who is in a One Piece game where, like... Except I think it is D&D based. Like, they did One Piece, but in D&D. It was very weird.
Yeah, no, it's not me.
His character was so OP that they weren't allowing him to have any devil's fruits because they were like, no. You're strong enough already.
I could go in way too much on the One Piece D&D. It's not D&D. I need to stop saying that. Some of the characters are way too OP already. At the start, I gave everybody the chance to roll for random devil fruits. At level 1, one character got a Logia for a tornado. Here's a tornado person.
Oh my god.
And another character who he started playing something different and then changed his mind partway through and did a random devil fruit roll. And at first, it seemed like a really bad fruit, like really unimpressive. Like it said bow, And we're like, And we're like, well, what if it's like bow as in like bend? And he can now bend everything to a point where he bends the air and reality. And he even bent the conceptual idea of language to make one person not be able to speak properly.
That's hilarious.
It's
So,
wonderful. It is the best thing
like-
ever.
Most OP avatar ever.
Well, no, like literally when he bends the air, he just grabs it and pulls it, and he can move himself through the air.
Oh.
He can grab a building and bend it down. He can grab the ocean and pull the ocean to move himself across. It's wonderful. Shogun is a fantastic player, and I love him for it. Because he also plays a character really dumb who doesn't know what he's doing. And his name's Chum, and he just thinks everything is soft because everything he touches is bendy.
I am not visible now.
Alright, so that is me. I am the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, all those places. Wonderful
My mom
players.
was like, "Am I visible? Can I show off our pizza?" And I was like, "No, Mom. Unfortunately."
I want to see the pizza.
I would love to see the
Take a
pizza.
picture of the pizza.
We need the outro so
Yes.
that way we can find out about the pizza.
Oh my
We do. So, players, please, if we can, speedy outro. People know who we are now. So just name and if we can find you on the internet. ATB, go!
Hi, I'm a tired bye. I am trash.
Lies!
You can
Great
find me
trash.
in other. You can find me in other places where I am just more trash. Yeah.
Well, I think this trash is treasure, so. And I treasure you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Depreche.
If you do want to find ATB, you can find her every other Thursday on Undead K's channel, which she will tell you about. Playing Curse of Strahd, where she plays a wonderful ASMR bard, and you can also catch her every other Sunday here playing Final Fantasy, where she plays a wonderful anime edgy girl. I love Lilith. She's fantastic. They spent half a session talking to an accountant last time. I run weird games.
This was basically a Lilith last session. I miss my spouse. So sad.
It was really good. It was a really good session all in all. All right.
Hi, Loki.
ATB, is there anything else, or can I move right along?
Moving right along. Sorry.
Oh no, I can't really think of anything aside from just repeating the mantra of brain bugs shouting in my brain.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, it
They
happens.
made their own
And
theme song.
You've got us. You've got friends. We're all here. We're going to support you. It's wonderful. It's great.
Okay.
I do need to push on because I probably need to go eat something real soon. So, Kay, who are you?
Hi, I'm Kay, aka Undead K. You can find me on Twitch, kind of taking a break from streaming due to personal reasons. However, I am still planning on doing Curse of Strahd tomorrow. So that will be happening at 6 p.m. Central. You can also find me on Twitter as K_undead because Twitter is back-asswards. And you can also find me. I made a Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, you can just look up Undead K and you'll find a thing. And yep, that's me.
And next we have Michael.
Hello, I'm Michael Wayne, and you give me a clip, I'll give you a chip. You can find me on Tuesdays on Ravens for Tales of Calamity, where I play Amanda Starr, a yo-yo monk who last session was bouncing over a minefield after upsetting Trash Maggie after being put into a void. So it's crazy, chaotic fun. And especially when I had my GM said, as your friend, are you sure you want to do that? Remember, we're all in this together. I'm pulling for you.
And last, but certainly not least, in some ways, I think the MVP of today the extreme.
Sorry, I'm kissing my kitten. What?
I'm just calling you the MVP, the extreme martyr pacifist.
Yep.
Vindifly, who are you? Where do I find you on the internet?
Hi, I'm Kat. My handle for most things on the interwebs is at Vindifly. Yes, sir, I'm trying to talk. Sir, don't no, sir. Loki is currently trying to headbutt the microphone while I'm talking, which is not helpful. You're not helpful. I stream over on my own channel, Vindifly, Monday and Thursdays, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And I do a variety of things. I sing, I play games, I have a cat interrupt my stream every time. It's good times. You should come check it out.
And with that, everybody, thank you very much. And until next time, stay safe and happy
Bye.
adventures. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.